Hello YouTube, Great RJ1 here, and today I'm in another video in timelines. Now yes, this will be related to my outfit videos, but this will not be about outfits. This will mainly be about what things you need to get for the characters. This will include abilities, weapons, and yeah. So I'll do a couple characters for now. We'll start off with Palpatine. So if you want to use Palpatine's weapon, you have a couple options. You can make his saber all gold with this and use red blades. I know it's already set up, but I'm just showing you. And lights. Now I know some people use dark sabers. It's just, there's no white in the saber, it's the same colour as the red glow of the blade. Yeah, unless you're actually doing like the original trilogy, because in like Return of the Jedi, I think in a certain version that was the lights of the saber was the same. The white part of the saber was actually the same colour as the lights coming from the saber. Yeah, unless you do pretty much doing it in the original trilogy, do not set it at black. But yeah, now if you want to do his first lightsaber, if you want, wrong one. Thought you weren't doing the wrong one. You can use the black part for the hilt, but yeah, I like this better because I don't particularly believe he had part of his hilt were black. Plus, even if it were, which I know it is true, but I don't like to believe it, but even if it was true, you wouldn't be able to have one that way and then the other have the black part of the hilt, because that's apparently not possible for these hilts. Anyways, onto his powers. Oh, and onto the lightsaber forms. So Palpatine knew every lightsaber form, so you want to get all lightsaber forms. He knew all 7, and because there's only 6, you have to get all 6, sadly. Because that is all 6. Now, these are the powers you want to get. Blue Force Lightning from Jedi. Choke. Oh no, you don't want to get red lightning, sorry. And Force Push. These are the 3 powers you need for Palpatine. And it does not really matter which lightsaber style you use, but if you want to know the main lightsaber style he will use, this is the main one he used, or the one that's closest to it. It's this lightsaber form. That one. Wait, I forgot to turn off the sound, so in case I end up making a sound that is from Star Wars and then I get copyrighted from it. But yeah, that's it for Palpatine's. Let's see, and that's it for pretty much Palpatine. And I forgot, if you want to have his cane, you want to use the cane lightsaber and colour the blades red. And the reason why is because Palpatine's always had his lightsaber on him, even after the Clone Wars, even after he battles Yoda in Revenge of the Sith. But he didn't always use it. He only used it if it was urgently and needed, because he just believed that a true Force user didn't need a lightsaber. He just believed they needed just the Force powers and nothing else. But anyway, on to the next character. Sorry about that. Anyways, the next character is Dooku. So now we'll do the lightsaber, then the Force powers, then the lightsaber form. So you want to get Dooku's saber, both red, and then you want to go on it. Now, the lightsaber form will already be gotten for you, as this is the lightsaber form he uses. So yeah, so you don't need to get the lightsaber form, so now you're just worrying about the powers. You want to get the Force Lightning, pretty much the same powers you got for Palpatine. Choke. So, and I've also forgot, you also need to get Force Jump for every Force user, and Force Push. Now do remember, if you do have VIP, then I recommend also getting special Force abilities, even if they never used them. Mainly because if you ever get into a situation, it can actually, and you don't want to just teleport back to that location you were just in, well, onto the same planet you're on. They can actually come really handy, especially if you're trying to find a location and you don't know how to get there, because that's how I found out where Palpatine's office in this game was, using the special force powers. And yeah, I also forgot to tell you, I might as well do the ships. So for the flying vehicles, this is mainly for Palpatine, this one, because I'm not too sure about what Dooku flew, because, oh wait, no, I remember. How could I forget? Anyways, this one's for Palpatine, pretty much as his shuttle. So this is Palpatine's shuttle for now, even though it's Kylo Ren's ship. I like to use it as his shuttle. Let's see which ship would work best for Dooku's ship. If you want to use Dooku's ship, I'd recommend this ship, this ship, this ship, or this ship. It doesn't really matter which you use, but either way, yeah. Also, if they have the golden feature, the yellow feature, then you want to use it. I'm just making sure they have a yellow feature. It's because his ship was yellow, and I did not mean to use them in spawn. It was just to show you what they look like and what they should look like. Anyways, that's Count Dooku. On to the next one. Now this one is Yoda, and remember, if you don't want to use the Force Push or Force Choke or whatever, if you don't want to use any powers that never actually had a look and they just added it, these examples are Mind Trick, Force Push, Choke, Force Push. Those are the only ones that you're pretty much going to need it for. You can just use F-hold because that works either way. If you want to use Choke, I have no idea which you could use, but I suppose you could do that for the Force Choke, or that. But yeah. Anyways, on to Yoda. Now, for Yoda, his lightsaber. Now, even if you didn't have his lightsaber after it, you're always going to need this in every timeline that you roleplay as Yoda. It's his cane lightsaber, and you want the blades to be green. Doesn't matter which form you use, as long as it's either this form, that form, or this form. The reason why I included this form is, one, it came from the cane saber, and two, lots of people have actually used it. So yeah, you want to also make the blade green. So yeah. Now many people use Mind Trick for when he's absorbing, but you never want to use that. You always want to use the F-hold because that works a lot better. You want the Force Push, and that's pretty much it for his powers, lightsaber and abilities. Not very much for Yoda, but either way, it's still a nice one to do. And if you can use Mind Trick if you want. If you want to, you can use Mind Trick for all the Jedi that you create. None of them are going to make the Jedi, non-Jedi like, because of course the Mind Trick is a Jedi Mind Trick, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah. Anyways, I think we better get onto Plo Koon now. I have to look at his lightsaber because I haven't looked at it yet, so if it's it is a bit different then. Okay, that's close. Right, so I found it. For Plo Koon's lightsaber, you will want to use this hilt. Now you have four options. You can go with blue, which is from the canon, and then you have 3 legends options: green, yellow, or orange. I like is orange/yellow, so you'll probably see me using orange because that looks a lot more better for me. It makes it just feel more yellow, or accurate to clothes, but even though that sounds really weird, still works. Now he uses form 5, and I have no idea which is form 5. I know that's either form 2 or a different form. I know that one's form 4, so you either want to use this one or that one. Now it's onto his judgment. It's not lightning, judgment. But before that we need to get the force push and mind trick. Now you may end up using the force lightning, the blue one, but you don't want to use that because that's not pretty much accurate. It's not accurate enough though. Force judgment can come in orange or green. Sadly they're not orange, green, lightning are not in games, sadly. Unless you were to use bullets as it, that would work, but then you'd also have to use either rifle, double dual pistol, or pistol. I would recommend pistol and dual pistol, but either way that wouldn't be much of a force lightning. So you want to get the Sith red lightning. It may look weird, but at least it will be accurate enough to the orange lightning. If you want to use it as green lightning, just use the not standard blue. Either one won't make. Yeah. So now you've got all Plo's force powers, lightsabers, and mind tricks, and yeah, and lightsabers. If I hadn't said that. Now we will do Darth Maul. Now Darth Maul will be a tricky one because he has so many lightsabers. Now you may remember in my Maul outfits video, never use the folded saber. Well, currently I have been using it as a double-bladed lightsaber, so for now I'm actually going to say use the folded saber. This is for double-bladed and Rebels saber / solo saber. So you have this saber. You don't want to always use the standard blade saber because it will mainly be used for double blades. If you really want to always use or mostly use double blades for Maul, then this is the saber for you. If not, you have to colour his saber a bit like that, red blades. Then you've got his saber. Yes, it's more black / grey. Sorry, I'm resetting to get put on the saber because if I put on 2 sabers I'll end up using the not standard normal saber. You can also use this for not just normal saber, but you can also use it for his double blade. But yeah, it won't be as big as Maul's double blade. So yeah, I've reset it again. It's mainly because about the other blades, his dark saber. If you want to use the dark saber, you have to make the second blade black. Make sure the left blade, but when you wear it, it will be the white because that's what you mainly wear it for, white, and the dark saber black. So when you go on to wear it, you'll end up having this illusion. And this is what I meant by having it match the lights, because you see how he's red with the red glow. His is matching the black glow. So I know I'm saying kids, I don't know why, but that's that. It really depends on what you're using. If you want to use Maul's double blade, you want to use that. If you're doing single blade, that for some moves, if you're doing his Dark Saber and his normal half-fin saber, that's blade. Now, a couple years ago, I did some research on Maul, seeing if he was actually able to use Force Lightning. The canon has changed since then, but I always like to keep it as canon. Anything can be canon for you if you so wish. So for me, because this used to be canon, I think, then we can use it. So you want it for Maul's abilities, you want to get Force Push and Choke. Even if he did use Choke, I just remembered from Clone Wars. Now the power that I researched was if Maul could use Force Lightning. And those years ago it had said yes. However, sadly times have changed since then, but he never exactly used Force Lightning, so you don't have to get it, but he never exactly used it because he never used Force Lightning apparently. So you can get the Force Lightning if you like, but it's pretty much pointless because he never really used it. Anyways, onto the 8th character, I think. So, because we're sort of running out of Sith characters, we're going to quickly move on to Savage Opress. He's one of our last Sith characters because there's more Jedi characters for there to be than Sith. Since he never used a normal saber, you can use the double-bladed lightsaber. Hang on. I'm seeing what colour his saber was, so I don't get it right. I mean wrong. Right. So when you want to use Maul's Savage Saber, you want it to be in that white/grey and all red blades and all on light. Originally I would put them at dark, but apparently the look did not show that, so yeah. Now when you get this folded saber, you will already have this. But if you're using this saber, you will not, so you have to go to Force Sensitive, and if you put on the custom saber, not the folded, you'll have to get that, but no, you do not want to get the dual saber. But there is a part with the dual saber, as well as if you want to, this is not a definite, but you can use staff or electro staff or force pike for all vibro swords, or the carried on guard weapons. That's if you're in pretty much from staff all the way to laser axe. They can be used as Savage axe. Either one will do. I mean, either of them will do, but if anything, I'd recommend laser axe. Now, of course, it will mean you won't be able to use the lightsaber, so you have to decide whether you want to use the lightsaber or axe. I'd say lightsaber, but if you're just recreating scenes where you never used his lightsaber and only his axe, then or you just want to use his axe, then that's fine. So for his powers, I haven't watched all of Clone Wars yet. I'm still on season 1. I have seen a couple clips from the future seasons, but I have not seen the rest of the seasons. I'm still on season 1. So for now we're just going to get force push. And yeah, if you want to you can get choke, but you don't have to. So there's not a lot with Savage, and yes, do always remember to get the force jump. Every character, every force sensitive at least will need it. So yeah. Now on to Anakin. So for always Saber, you do not want to go here unless you want to make him have a red saber when you turn to Sith. But you want to go to this saber, make sure they're on blue. They're already on blue, but I'll just show you in case somebody had changed their colour. So you want to have them like that. And then go on here. Remember, this isn't outfits, it's sabers, weapons, well, their weapons, abilities, and force powers. So you want to get this one or that one. Either one will do. Then you want to get force push, mind trick, force jump, and force choke. Then you've pretty much set up Anakin. And now we'll be on to Obi-Wan. Yet again, I haven't seen all of Rebels, and I haven't seen all of Clone Wars. So yeah, don't be too angry at me if I missed out a couple powers, because I haven't seen them all yet. I have seen all the movies, but not all the animated shows. For Obi-Wan, you want this saber, make them all blue. I know they're already blue, I set it up, but still you want to get that. Now, you want to get this saber form, but if you want to, you can get that. The reason why you want to get this is because he used Sorisu, and even though this form is not Sorisu, it's close enough, because you can just try and recreate what he looks like when he used it. I'm trying to see if I can find the right one yet, but not. I'm seeing if I can find one that makes more sense, sort of like that, but with the saber having to be the other way. So I suppose you could make it like, yeah, but then it's not too accurate, but it works. And yet, if you do actually turn on the blade while you're turning it off, it does. You actually end up getting the blade without the hilt. But same again, mind trick, force push, force jump. And you don't want to get force stroke, I accidentally got it. So that's that for Obi-Wan. Onto Asajj Ventress. Like I said, I have not seen all of Clone Wars, but I want to get these curved hilt sabers, single-handed, double-handed if you want, and dual. Force push and not lightning, okay, and force jump. Like I said, I've not seen all of Clone Wars, but you can get force choke if you need it, or if you cheated to use it. Like I said, I haven't seen it all. Now this may be going off the canon of Star Wars right now, since this is a character that I know very little about. But we're going to go with Darth Plagueis. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy because I have nearly no knowledge about him apart from the tragedy part and his force powers, but I'll still make him. So yeah, I know that sounds absolutely crazy right now. Now let me go and look for his saber, because like I said, I haven't seen everything. So yeah. Well, so you have either around 3 options. You can use this saber, red, or this saber, but it is a bit too dark, but red. So you can use this saber or that saber, or you can use this saber. Now you want to make that black and that colour and the blades red. Now he did dual wield, but not all the time, I don't think, so you have a couple of options there. I know that's pretty much just a Grievous saber, but having red hilts, but still. And then for his force powers, I'm going to take this saber for now. But now for his force powers. He did use force lightning from my memory. I know I haven't, as like I said, I haven't seen much, but still. And that. Now, do remember that you can use, for Plagueis and Palpatine can pretty much just use every power, because of course they had such great knowledge of the Force. But yeah, that's Plagueis. I probably won't do an outfit on Plagueis because I have no idea how it looks, and I did try that once, didn't go out to my liking. So yeah, and I'll keep on going over, I can't help it. So I think we'll do one more or two more, since I do 2 Jedi, 2 Sith, or 2 good guys, 2 bad guys. So I haven't done Darth Vader, so even though I haven't done Darth Vader, I will do him. He sort of counts with Anakin, so because he was Vader. So red, this saber, this saber, this saber. Oh, I already have it. I was looking for the lightsaber form. That saber form, and it has to be this saber form. It's locked like that because he never use it. Force push, force choke. Now you can get the force lightning, but there is a but to it. This was his alternate of force lightning. He was able to use lightning, but in an alternate way. He pretty much would be able to summon force lightning, but wouldn't actually be able to shoot it from his hands, because of course he was damaged that much. And if he was to use it out of his hands, it would damage him, because you know how much it damaged him when Palpatine was doing it on him. So that was his alternate of force lightning. Now we'll get on to the last 2 Jedi. Now we're going to be doing Qui-Gon Jinn. Now you can use either this blade or green, but I don't like to use that. Plus this is, oh never mind, I don't like to use that. So you want Mind Trick and Force Push. Like I said, you can use that for all the force powers. But what I like to do, plus I haven't used Anakin's saber with the green blade yet. Plus it's not too accurate. I like to go to the custom saber, colour them black, turn on lights, green. If you're doing Obi-Wan, then you want to go blue or light blue. It doesn't really matter, but we're going with Qui-Gon here, so green. And then the lightsaber form, this is another one that's locked, but it's this one. This is form 4. This is a less acrobatic form of form 4. This is basically because Qui-Gon Jinn used form 4, but it was less acrobatic. He used the same form as Yoda, but less acrobatic. I know I've said that enough times. Because that was also the same form that he did with when he fought Darth Maul, but because of his age, it was less acrobatic. With Yoda, he always relied on the Force to help him with the jumping about. But I suppose that was because he was a lot smaller and lighter. He was able to do it. I'm looking in the canon morphs to see if there's any characters that I've missed out from Clone Wars. I would do General Grievous, but pretty much all you have to do is either put on his outfit, or you just go like that and that. I like to do the light blue now, and then have this on green and green, light, and then put that on, and you pretty much just have to put on the, and then you pretty much just could use any of these lightsaber forms. But yes, I did just show him, but I did not mean to. But anyways, I'll probably do young Obi-Wan, Phantom Menace Obi-Wan, but then after that I am going to stop this video. It's gone on for 30 minutes already. So for Obi-Wan, young Phantom Menace Obi-Wan, you're going to go black. It doesn't matter which blue you use. I like to use light blue. It just feels a bit better for me. I haven't done dark blue for a while, and I won't use dark blue unless it's not this saber. I will put on dark blue on one of these sabers. Just for me, it looks a bit too dark on the sabers, but when I actually do it, it does look a bit better. But still, I like to use a light blue. You can use dark or light, whatever. I know it's probably cyan, but on the button it looks light blue. So, but when you actually turn it on, it looks cyan. Anyways, this is Obi-Wan's lightsaber. That's the light blue. That's the dark. His lightsaber in the Phantom Menace was to actually be like an honour to his master, Qui-Gon, as like a way of honouring him. If you want, you can just use this saber. But so you want to use this lightsaber form. He pretty much used the lightsaber form in his fights with Darth Maul. But mind trick, force push, force jump, and then you're pretty much done. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Now you know some of lightsaber forms and things that you can use for your characters in timelines. I know I didn't go over all characters, but I will do more over time. Now I will be putting this in the outfits, and I will end up renaming it outfits and weapons / abilities, or weapons and abilities, and lightsaber forms. So that will end up being renamed to that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you in timelines roleplay. I did do this in Excel, but it does not really matter. You can do this in any of the forms of timelines, which is Excel, Timelines Excel, and Timelines. Timelines Excel is pretty much all the timelines combined together. This one's a lot nicer if you want into recording, especially since there's not lightsabers, 3 VIP servers, and that there's VIP servers, because if you actually try and, but I do remember the days before they added the resistance timeline in timelines, and I also remember the days when they still had VIP servers, but it didn't really matter with VIP servers, because anytime you'd go into the timeline, you'd end up being in a public server, even though you were originally in a private server. So yeah, there was pretty much no point for the private servers, so I think that's why they got rid of it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.